All right, here we go. Today we have Wes Watson, who was sentenced to prison on charges stemming from his time as a major marijuana trafficker. After a decade in the California penitentiary, Wes used the story to become a multimillionaire as a successful, inspirational speaker and fitness influencer. Wes Watson, welcome to Vlad TV.
I mean, I was telling everyone I'm getting interviewed today by the biggest, and Vlad's the biggest. We all know that. Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely, man. You earned your place here.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so let's start in the very beginning. So you grew up in San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego, Oceanside, California.
Okay. What was San Diego like in the 90s?
I mean, it's basically like people smoking weed, they do coke, they drink, they party. And I'm growing up as like a kid, you know. By the time I'm 11, I'm already trying to smoke weed and figure out how to smoke for free. And by the time I'm 14, my brother's like 16 at the time, so I'm partying with the older kids. And I'm already wanting stuff, you know. I want a better life because we're a lower middle class family.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you started smoking weed as a kid, and then you started dealing weed to avoid buying weed?
We want to get it for free. I mean,
Right.
I'm a massive supporter of, if you have an expense, turn it into something that you actually make money off. So I don't give if anyone out there listening, you want to run a business, like, do you get your car washed? Start a detail company. You pay to get your house cleaned? Start a maid company. Like, if you're not someone who directly is dealing with something that you have a passion for, like then just start companies to knock off an actual bill and expense and then turn those into 6-figure, 7-figure profits.
Right. Except in this case, it's an illegal business at the time.
The time was illegal.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you go from just selling a little bit of weed to selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of weed?
See, I'm always like a big thinker. So, I mean, I think biggest, and I just never held myself to anything small. I mean, my parents never really put massive restrictions on me. I've never had a job in my life. I would never work a 9-to-5. I've just seen what I want in life, and I was willing to get it. But it all came with a cost. So, I mean, grew up on Scarface and these other movies like this, and I just liked that lifestyle. My homies would go to the pen, come back. I thought they were cooler because they had face tats. I really didn't like square people. I just think they're not that interesting. And the thing is like, they know they're not either. So, I mean, the whole point is we're in agreement, so we should be friends. So these square people who know their lame and the people like me who run the game, I mean, we should all be in agreement and be homies. Because it's like, dude, they're not even doing, like, this is like some agenda the society sold you that you should just be like this nobody. And I hate that. Any room I'm in, I take it.
Okay. So this is still high school, though.
Yeah. I drove an Escalade to high school.
I'm sorry?
I drove an Escalade on 23s to high school with my strap on me, rolling blunts in the parking lot.
Right. So you're making hundreds of thousands in high school. You're buying trucks and cash. You got other luxury cars. Like, how many cars did you have by your senior year?
No, I just had like 2. By the time I was really like out of school, I had like a Impala. I had a Range Rover supercharged. I bought my chick a Range Rover. And I had like a Chrysler 300, like a white on white supercharged Range Rover, like a white on white Chrysler 300, and like a black Impala. But the thing is like I just didn't really, at that time, I was so fixated on stacking money that it wasn't like cars now. Like, I've had every car now. I've had 12 Rolls Royces. I've had 4 Phantoms, you know. I have a Bugatti. I have all this. But where I grew up, cars were like a status symbol. That's like a hood trophy. And people want to be like, you're from Oceanside. This. Shut the fuck up, you know. Just shut the fuck up. Unless you know who the f*** I am and where I've been, like, just don't go off what you see online. Because like, I'm that, and I've always been. Like, nobody ever takes a room from me, ever. Like last night, we're at everywhere we're at. It's just what it is. And it's same in prison, same before prison. I was a millionaire before prison. Made money in prison. When I got out of prison. There's a common denominator. I run. That's what it is.
Okay, so 2 parents or 1-parent home?
2 parents. My parents are still married. That's why I'm such a weirdo who thinks I could marry strippers and hookers. And
okay, so you have this. Okay, so you have the stable 2-parent home, middle class, and you've got all these cars with no job. How are your parents reacting to this? Are you hiding the cars?
Yeah, they just didn't like. When I was at a young age, I said, there was a safe in my room, and my mom said, "Your room smells like weed, like, and not like a small amount. That's like large amounts. Like what? My mom smoked weed, but my parents were with the business. But it's just like I had to move out early, so I had my own place early, and then I would stash places. I'd have other places. Like, I never touched nothing from a young age either. People worked for me. I was not like peddling. Like, by the time I was 15, 14, I wasn't touching anything anymore, and other people were doing it for me.
Okay, so at one point, you started bringing weed from Canada.
Well, people would bring it down. They bring it out of like Orange County.
Okay. Was that the main plug, Canada?
That was one of them. Like the main Canadian plug at that time were the British Columbia, the hash plants, the juicy fruits, and like the just normal, 2,800 to 3,000 pound vacuum sealed BC like bud. You know, it would come down like it'd be like 100 at a time, 200 at a time, 500 at a time, and we just climb the ladder. You get 50. The guy says, "Oh, how much more can you take?" I said, "All of it." And he's like, "Well, we'll give you for 100." Get rid of the 100. He's like, "How much more can you take?" I said, "All of it. I'll take it all." And he's like, "Well, how are you going to do that?" I'm like, "The guy that I was getting from gets it from me now, and this other guy. There's two guys. Two people get it all from me." And it's like, we get 500 pounds, two people get them all. I break down the extra. I get a mailing scale. I get a trash can. I open them up, put them on the scale. There's like 8 grams extra. It's a grower's pound. So I take the extra. I sell that to people around here or give it to homies and sell. So that's an extra 40 or 50 on the top. And I'm making like $300 on each pound, selling them for like 31, 32, 33, fronting them to people. But if I'm cuffing them to people, half and half, I'm only making $1. So at that point I'm dropping off, boom, boom. It's just done.
Okay, and you were buying as much as 500 pounds at a time?
I never buy. Back then you never bought. They would always front.
Oh, so it's consignment.
Always,
but you were taking
always.
about 500 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, didn't that start to turn into cocaine?
It started turning into, we don't take money back across. Can you find something to do for me?
Oh.
So they don't take money across.
So you were paying them with coke?
No, you don't pay them with anything. They get their money. They take something else back across when these people meet. So it's like when you facilitate deals, it's not always like me doing anything. It's like, hey, everything was sold. You want to talk to so-and-so with this? Here's this. So-and-so wants to meet you. You guys go your own separate way. It's just they don't take anything back across. Why would you take money back across? If it's going to get caught, it gets caught. So it might as well be something you could flip on the other end.
Okay. Now, I assume you were smoking weed at that point.
Oh, yeah, like all day. Just smoking like Swisher Sweets, like strawberry Swishers, the double pack. I'm smoking 2 double packs a day. I'm driving my Rover, just gutting them out the window, just rolling, boom, boom. But, it's just, to me, like it was just getting... It's the same as any drug. Once you use it so much, you just use it to get regular. So if I wasn't high, I was just irritable. When I smoke weed, I'm just normal. So it just becomes stupid at that point. Every drug becomes that.
Well, right, because at one point you started messing with other drugs as well.
I've done every drug, every single drug.
Okay. You started smoking meth.
I've smoked meth, I've Oxycontin, I've shot it, everything. I've shot up everything, I've done everything. I've done all of it.
Okay. What do you think was the worst drug that you took?
The worst drug is any bit of like opiates. Opiates are horrendous. Like meth is like a cup of coffee compared to heroin.
Meth is like a cup of coffee.
Meth is a cup of coffee compared to like just straight like blues or oxy or any heroin. Like in prison they do like calitos, and that's when you start. You like this put warm water in a spoon, you sniff the heroin. And that's like the starting little baby thing when you're getting turned out. By the end, everyone's sharing the same needles. And it's like these motherfuckers are shooting up in their head, choking themselves out, standing by the window, like rubbing their nose like this, with a towel on their head. That's like the sign in prison that someone's high. You have a towel on your head, your nose is red, and you're sitting there going like this. And you're just gouged out, which is heroin.
At this point, do you think you started to become an addict?
I've always been an addict to everything. I'm addicted to podcasting. I'm addicted to making money. I'm allergic to being broke. I don't know what it is, but these people need to learn how to not be, just not even give up about the labels. Like, it's just, I've never met any drug or anything or in life that would stop me from wanting to live the best life and have the best. And, if I want to like placate the masses, be the best version of you. And like, they always want to hear that, but like they suck. Like, I don't want to be like them. So in all reality, it's this mixture of a man that nobody could fathom could like be real. It's right before when I was in a Q&A on the way here. Someone said, skinny or thick chicks? I'm like, I like them skinny thick. What the you mean? Like everything's like that for me. They're like, are you straight or are you this? I'm everything. I'm not just one or the other.
Wait. They asked if you were straight and you said you're everything? They said skinny or thick chicks.
No,
I get that part, but you said straight?
No, I didn't know what, I don't know what I say like that.
All right, just want to make sure
I'm totally different than everybody.
Got it.
And my whole thing is like, I'm not one thing. I can't just be straight, skinny, or thick chicks.
Got it.
I can't just
thank
be
you for
like,
clarifying.
I can't just be, I'm as straight as it gets.
Okay,
dude.
thank you.
I don't even know how that gets in people's brains. Like, sorry about that word if you fuck yourself, but
it's all good.
The whole thing is like, guys always write me, they're like, is this when you go up in prison? I'm like, bro, how do you think about me getting in prison? Like, that's weird, bro. Like, I'm like, do you not understand that you're projecting like what you think about? Or let's see one of my chicks, and they're like, she's a man. I'm like, bro, don't see a hot chick and say it's a man. Stop doing that. Like, you're saying what you see when you see this. It's weird. But anyways, all that, I don't even understand it. The whole point is, even in prison in Cali, no one will ever be raped, ever. There will never be a homosexual act on GP line in Cali. You will be murdered on the spot. Like, there's never happened. It's never happened.
Okay, so 2009, you're 26 years old.
Wait, the last thing, my bad.
Okay.
I said skinny or thick, and then I said, it was, people were like, do you want to be a family man or be rich? It's like, I want to be a rich family man. What the you guys? The world, everyone, stop doing that. You don't have to choose. You can be both, okay? Both. You sorry about that.
Okay, so 2009, you're 26 years old. A guy owes you some money for some drugs, and things start to escalate. So tell me about what leads up to the situation.
Oh, I haven't really broke it down, so I don't know if it's the best to break down that much. But some kids who got fronted some weight who worked for me, and then they said the guy wasn't going to pay him back. He's like, I can't pay you back. I'm not, your dude. He said, I'll get it when I get it.
Okay, how much money was it?
It was a 50 pack.
50,000.
No, 50 pounds. So like,
which is worth about how much?
150 grand.
150 grand. Yeah. Okay, a lot of money.
And then people online go with his saying. The victim who was trying to get out of trouble, he's like, it was like a pound of shitty weed. The guy's obviously trying to lessen his tie to the criminal side of the world. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to act like it's nothing. And it's like people like side with that guy. And if you look at my case, I'm the only one who didn't say anything. I just said I wasn't there. I don't know who they are. I was here at the time. When any statement to detectives or police didn't say, the co-defendants, all the people flipped on me, and I did all the time. The victim told 17 different versions of the story to police. And then when we went to trial, he says, the last version, and he's like, so we're supposed to believe this version of the story? He's like, yeah, and the jury took it. Like, how is that?
Okay, so you get accused of beating him over this drug money, and he goes to the police.
Like 6 months later. He's like,
6 months later. Then you get arrested for
US
what
Marshals.
exactly?
U.S. Marshals picked me up for robbery in the first, and then a habit dwelling, so home invasion, and then it was commission of use of a firearm during the commission of offense, which was the great bodily injury with a serious bodily injury. So they did robbery, first degree, battery, SBI, assault, GBI, and then burglary. And all those had enhancements of accomplice present during the charge, which was multiple people, inhabited dwelling, which is a home invasion, weapon during the commission of the great bodily injury, and then some other. Just stacked the enhancements cycle.
Well, I've interviewed a lot of major drug dealers over the years. For example, Freeway Ricky Ross.
Yeah.
His thing was always try to avoid violence. Even when people ripped him off, he would just let it go. Okay.
He doesn't seem like a violent guy, though. He kind of seems like a pussy.
Well, no, but he had a crew,
yeah,
right?
It's still like,
plus, he had plugs and, from South America and everything.
Yeah. At a certain point, like, it's like, some people, like, they're just not like that.
Right, but I'm saying the violence brings the police, brings the media, brings a lot of heat to an already illegal operation. So his thing was always to try to avoid it to the best of his ability. It wasn't always avoidable, but in general,
but then
that
he
was
goes
his
online,
thing.
like now, like talking about other people, like saying their name. I don't even want to say this guy's name right now, but these guys go like barking about other people's names and like calling other people out. Like, I like the real Rick Ross. That dude's a knack compared. The real Rick Ross is cool. The one that I work with. But I don't like how these dudes like for clout like do that. I don't even want to have this in there really, but I just don't like that. I'd never use someone else's name for a springboard unless it was in a good way,
Well, I mean, the drug dealer's name was Freeway Ricky Ross.
Yeah, I get it if you like him or whatever, this or that, but it's just like the guy's mad because he's broke. It's all it is. He don't have, and so he's a bitter. If he was at the top, he wouldn't be talking.
Okay, so you get arrested. Were you offered a plea deal?
Yeah, I was offered 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, but I had a joint suspension of 5 years for a trafficking charge. So I was already doing 8 years. I was going to sign for 8, no matter what. I said, "Could you run it concurrently with Orange County?" Because it was San Diego, and they said no. So they knew what they were doing. They're offering me a stupid plea that no one would take because I was taking 8 years.
Okay, so you ended up going to court.
Went to trial.
How much you spent on your lawyer?
0.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a court-appointed lawyer?
I had nothing. I had no choice.
Why did you have nothing at this point after drug dealing for that long?
Fell off.
You fell off?
Fell off.
Okay, so I missed this part of the story. How do you go from being in high school?
Smoking meth.
Meth. Really?
For turn it up.
But how much meth can you smoke?
Well, at this time, a lot of went south with, okay, at that turn, the turn was BC, like just started to get overtaken by ODs, outdoors. Those outdoors went cheap. Everyone could grow them in Southern California. It knocked the market out for the British Columbia pounds. Those weren't coming down no more. And then went legal. Then people had dispensaries. Now it was just flooded in the weed to sale dollar ratio went nowhere. These guys who all sell weed now, they don't make, like they're broke and they're trying so hard to work in an industry where like you're selling ice to Eskimos. It's just some bullshit.
Okay, so you're broke by this time. You can't afford a lawyer. You think like if you actually had money?
I couldn't afford a lawyer. I had money, but I was like so whacked out. I'm like, this case is so, there's no way. Like, because what a lawyer, 50 grand or something, like it's nothing. But I had more than that. But at that point, I was like, dude, there's no way that someone could believe this case.
Right, but it goes to trial and you're found guilty.
Everyone got smacked, yeah.
How did you feel when they actually said guilty in the courtroom?
Nah, it's like, whatever. I was like, maybe I just like, to me, it's a movie. Life's a movie. This is a movie we're doing right here. Anything happening in my life right now is a movie. Going to prison was a movie. Like, I just think my life is more interesting than other people's. I never go, woe is me. I said, okay, well, movie's about to begin. Let's see what I could do. So then I just started getting jacked. I'm like, I'm going to get jacked. I'm going to be blasted. I'm going to be the guy I always wanted to be. The only guy I would listen to is the guy covered in prison tats that will just, if he wants to, he could take your life, like with his bare hands and yours. Like he will you off. That's the only guy I would ever listen to. And then if he's paid, now I'm listening to him more. If he's educated, I'm going to listen to him more. So I created this guy. That's the guy. That's the only guy I care about. If someone has a bunch of money and they're not like with the business, I'm like, who the f is this guy? Nobody gives a f. Hey, meet him outside. Take your back, this dude, you know? And it's like, I'm just like that. Like I'm a shark, you know? And these guys think they are. It's like, dude, I'll take your last breath for no reason if I want to, but I'll be a good guy too. You should just not be that guy you're acting like you are, and you should shut the f up, you know? And these people nowadays, they just don't get it, that they're asking for an outcome with their actions that they don't want. And some people don't care. And the whole thing is like, even happened to me last night. Some guy's chick was in my car, and he like tried to say something in my DM or something. And I was at the club and I walked by, and my bodyguard's like bigger than everybody's bodyguards. They're all, you know, everybody knows he's like the biggest, you know, but I walked by and I'm like, hey, just chill. I said, do I know you, dog? And I knew it was a guy. And he's like, no. I'm like, sure I don't know you? And he's no. The guy is that big. He was saying like he's going to kill my chick and kids and stuff, like in the DM. I seen him, he act like you don't know me. And then his chick writes me going, I thought you were better than that. I'm like, how am I wrong? You were in my goddamn car, hooker. And your dude gets all mad because I don't even know who the f he is, you know? And he gets all mad and talks. And so I see him, I just say, nice, hey, do I know you? And he bitches out. What are you more mad that are you more mad that you got caught? Because we're definitely not mad at me here. Stupid, shut up, you know? And it's like, these people nowadays are whacked out. Like I stay, the way I talk, people probably be like, oh, this guy's a dick or something. I would have so much loyalty to you, Vlad, to Drew here, to everybody. I would be such a good friend, good guy, and 100 across the board. You would never have to check me on nothing, you know? I would always be 100. But most people can't keep that up. So then they see that you're that way, and it's like a projection. Like the mirror that they have of who you are to them, they have to like be combative and just argumentative and like disruptive to you in your life because you make them feel like nothing, you know?
Okay. So you get found guilty and they give you 9 years. So now you go to prison. At that point, have you done any jail time?
I did jail time up until this, you know, so people are like, they run the day, they're like, oh, you're sitting there for 8 months. You're sitting in county jail for 8 months.
No, but I mean, before that particular arrest, did you do any jail time?
I did like a county lid, and I just did, I got like assault or trafficking charges. I got the trafficking charge that I had the joint suspension for, which I was supposed to do 5 years on, and I did a county lid on that. So 1 year in county jail.
Okay, but now you're actually...
That's what we call lid in county jail.
Sorry, say it again.
That's what we call lid in county. In San Diego is a year in county. You'll get like a little tattoo right here. Oh, you did a lid, you know.
Okay, but now you're actually in California State Penitentiary, which is a whole different ballgame.
So I went from the county jail in Vista, then I went to San Diego downtown, and I was in AdSeg the whole time, and then they sent me to Donovan.
Okay.
People were like, Donovan's no good. At that time, it was. The reception at Donovan was good at that time.
What do you mean by no good?
PC. So it's a GP or PC joint, you know, and most joints are PC now. Like everyone went protective custody, everyone flipped, everyone turned states, everyone went out backwards, as we call it. and it's usually for drug debts while they're locked up. But the whole point is they're dropouts. They're not active. GP is active. You're a gang member. If you're a GP in San Diego prison, you're a gang member. You're in a gang. If you're white, you're a Peckerwood. You're in the wood pile. You are under the Aryan Brotherhood. That's what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're a skinhead, a biker, or anything. They're way lower, and the woods are the highest. And even so this guy, my friend's HA. He ain't nobody in prison. He needs to shut the fuck up and sit on his hands because he has he allegiance to an outside prison gang, and the Aryan Brotherhood don't like that. The Peckerwoods don't like that. The Woodpile don't like that. So he's lesser. He can never hold keys. He can never call shots. So we have the Southsiders, the Woodpile, the Peckerwoods, and then we have the Pisces. That's one side of the day room, complete segregation. The other side of the day room is blacks, northerners, and blacks, northerners, and others. So others are like Asian, Samoan, all that.
Okay, now coming in to the penitentiary, were you in a gang at all?
I was never in a gang on the street, no.
At all?
Only
But
prison.
now you're in
You're
prison.
a gang for sure in prison.
So you have to line yourself
Or
with the
a
Peckerwoods.
car, So you roll with a different car, your county. So it'd be like the Dago car. But you're part of the Peckerwoods, Woodpile, called the Woodpile.
Okay, so what did you have to learn to actually be in a gang in prison for the first time?
You have to learn everything. You guys wouldn't even know how to shower right. You guys would come in prison not even know how to shower. You drop your boxers and be naked. They'll beat the out of you, So you have to know how to do everything right. This is like the complication of showering in prison. Like you come in, you have like your shower shoes. You have your stuff outside your everything shower bag outside the shower. You bring it in. You have your socks on your hands. You soap your socks up. You soap up your shirt. You soap up your shorts. And you're in shower shoes, showering with your clothes on. You pull them off, you wring them out, hang them up. Everything's clean. Then you finally get to your boxers. You hit them all quick. Boom, boom. Put your box on. You're out. There's no walk around naked, dick swinging weirdo. Everyone would be so pissed if they had to look at that and see that all the time. But some new dude would be just drop it on the floor and come straggling into the shower. We don't even get down like that. Other states are probably so messy. These fools probably got stained boxers, laying them on the ground. You probably don't even have a protocol for nothing. There's a way to shower. There's a way to speak. There's a way to walk. There's everything that's different in California prison. I sign everything. SIGN. I sign everything. Everything I speak, I can sign just as quick, and they're the same way. You can't talk to them in the chow hall. It's you're did you bring that? What's up? You got that for me? And the motherfucking cops are and everyone's the other fool's he got you. What's up? Real quick. And you're what? Everything's just way sophisticated. Kites, everything just moving different,
Well, you said the biggest driver of chaos in prison is drugs and debts.
Oh, 100%.
So, in the prison you were in, what was the main drug at the time?
It's always heroin.
Why is it always heroin?
People don't want to face life.
Okay.
They just want to be knocked out all day. Okay. Sedated is.
Yeah, and from what I understand, I've never taken heroin, but I hear that's just the craziest drug.
Heroin? Oh, yeah. Now you're trying to just be healthy. You're just trying to be good is what they call it, to get well.
Right.
You don't get high anymore. You get well.
Right, because you get sick when you start taking...
Get off it. You get
taking
sick.
off of it, yeah. Well, at one point, you caught a case in prison for cutting an inmate's face.
Yeah, I got an in-house SBI with an inmate manufactured weapon. So a great bodily injury with an inmate manufactured weapon.
What was the situation about?
Just disrespect. You can't disrespect me in front of everyone.
What did he say?
I just was saying about my dip form, and then it turned into feud or something.
It started over working out.
Yeah, workouts. But you just can't disrespect me. If you disrespect me in front of everybody, I have to do something about it, or it'll get done to me. So if I let one of my people disrespect me in front of the day room, and I don't do anything about it, then that is grounds for other races to disrespect us as white guys.
Okay, so you had a shank that you made yourself?
It's a tomahawk.
What's a tomahawk?
A toothbrush with razor blades in it.
Oh, okay. And how'd you actually cut him?
I just
ran up on him and just...
Yeah, we went to fight in the cell.
Okay.
We got a cell fight.
A cell fight, okay.
And all the cops know is they don't find a weapon, but they know he got real lacerated, and then, hey, no one's talking. So the whole point is they spray us in the cell. We're slipping and killing ourselves. I'm he hit his head on the bunk, dude. No one said I didn't touch him with the first fight. And they obviously could tell from the wound, but I don't ever snitch on myself to that. Even the stupid incident out here recently, it's dude, it's not the same as what it's if you're turning states on someone for someone to take a downfall, that's different than a situation that needs information. But in prison, you can't say anything.
Well, in terms of shanks in prison, were you having a booth?
You've had to do all that, yeah.
I mean, that's basically where
You
you
hoop anything, yeah.
you take a weapon and you put it in your anus.
Yeah, you hoop everything, yeah.
I mean, the first time you had to do that, did you kind of just think like, what the hell? Like, I'm in a whole different world right now.
It's just a shitty situation, no pun intended. But I mean, yeah. When you pull up, because I pull up to a spot, and people put this online, they're so stupid. Like, there was a guy from like Alabama or something. He had like a piece of paper rolled up. He's like, Wes, now tell me how this goes up your. This is my paperwork. Oh my God, Alabama, go sit down, bro. You need to have an IQ test before you talk to me. But like, literally, you fold something up like this big, dude. Like literally, and it's like not a big deal if it's your paperwork. And it's like you get fingers of a glove, like 5 fingers of a glove. You hoop it, you bring it to you get there, you show up. Hey, what's up? I just arrived. Let me go grab my paperwork real quick. And you just let me get. And they know they hand you a toilet paper roll. I'm gonna go grab my paperwork. And you can. That puts you on the map. Like you're someone. And in that paperwork, if you got green dot numbers and you got your paperwork, I come back, I throw my paperwork down. I throw down like 3 green dot numbers for like $500 money packs.
Okay.
Well, and then the
green dot is what? That's payments?
It's a loadable card. So a loadable, preloadable 7-Eleven card.
Got it.
That is a green dot money pack, and you scratch it off and it has like a phone number. And so then I drop it off and I give them like what looks like 3 phone numbers, and it's $1,500. I'm like, go get me a horn and go get me some food. Want some canteen and a phone. So they're gonna come back with soups, beans, coffee. That's the standard supplies, and I'm gonna get a phone. Don't be cracker right when I show up. Now everybody sees that. They're like, damn, that fool showed up, bought a phone in 1 second for full price and is about to set it off. This dude, and they know I'm synonymous for just cracking it off in an institution. My level of institutional sophistication supersedes all these motherfuckers. It's like how I can get online and beat everybody at this. They're like, there's no way you make that much money. How do you have a Bugatti off this? You, dude, you can't even understand what I am. I'm a figment of your imagination compared to what you guys think. I have $65,000 car payment. Like, I don't even give a, like, what you exist in has no, like, you have so much limitations. I don't have them. So even in an institution, I don't see the walls. I don't see the barriers. I only see the routes, and a dope route is worth millions of dollars.
Well, you said if you're a child molester in prison, you get cut right away.
You get whacked. Yeah, they'll try to kill you, but I mean, first, they're going to try to mark you up.
So they'll cut your face.
They don't want to gut up the face about the eye, but I mean, the whole point is they don't even go for that no more. They're just going to kill you. Like, that was the old, like, I'm going to cut the dude's face so everyone knows if he's a child molester. But now they don't want you to live. So they're just, it's harder now. They're like, I'm just going to cut his head off.
Right, but don't most child molesters get put in PC?
They normally would, but they could be hiding something. Like, they could just be, like, trying to slide through. And PCs, I don't know what it's like, but I'd imagine it's a bunch of homosexuals doing speed with each other. Probably, but I honestly, I don't know. So, I mean, but it's pretty widely gang affiliated now too, like Deuce 5 and like that. There's big gangs in PC.
Well, I've seen a lot of interviews, and I've kind of heard the same thing a lot of times when they basically said that the Mexican gangs are the most violent, and they're usually violent towards each other. Did you find that to be true?
Cleanup. They do yard cleanup. It's always dope. So like someone won't pay a debt. They have like a certain amount of time. They don't pay the debt. They get whacked.
Okay. Did you guys ever have problems with the Southsiders and so forth?
Once or twice. I mean, but not really. You don't really have problems with Southsiders because you can't. What are you going to have a problem with? Hey, let's have a problem. There's 7 of us. Let's have a problem with 120 guys.
Right, because, I mean, especially in San Diego,
there's no ability to have a problem.
The Mexican mafia essentially runs that.
There's no ability to have a problem with them. You are like, hey, we're good. There's just not realistic. Like,
okay,
nobody does it.
I mean, were you involved in any prison riots?
I was involved in like a small one in county jail with the Southsiders. So this one was a smaller one that I caused by being stupid on the phone, and I got whacked above my eye right here. Like, they tried to cut my neck, and the guy did drop down and cut my eye. But this full Largo from Carlsbad. I heard he was doing life in, I heard he was in Corcoran, but I mean, this dude was the biggest. This guy looked like he should be on a movie. He had like the long hair. Like, he has a studly, big fucking essay. Like, I think he was probably like 6'6" or 6, just big. He comes running at me, and I try to grab his legs, and the guys behind me were going to pull me in the cell and kill me probably. And he just got my eye. But I mean, that was the one time in county jail. But in prison, riots like would always be against the other races. Like, counties, like kind of whatever. But like in prison, it would be, full black, full this side of the day room, full that side. It would be blacks versus Southsiders always. And we got to jump. We jump. When the homies jump, we jump. So you can't, for the homies, we jump it. And, if someone fucks with the woods, the homies might jump if they feel like it, but they can sit back and be like, nah, these fools started them, They run everything. They make the rules. They can make them as they go. You're not going to do anything about it. Nobody is. Not no Northerners, not no blacks. Not no others, not no whites are going to do anything about what the Southsiders choose to do. It's just, they're just not realistic. Everybody knows that.
Okay, so halfway through your sentence, you started getting on drugs again.
I had like a 2-week run. It was a nasty one.
Okay, was it heroin?
Speed.
Speed.
Yeah. I started drinking. I was making wine. I was selling dope. And I was like, I started drinking a little bit. I'm like, we're watching a football game. People were, and I don't watch that. Power was getting to me. I had like 5 phones in the block if they were circulating. Everyone kind of owed me money. I had a lot of white and black, and everything was everywhere. And then I started getting a little drunk. And then I was like, I'm going to do a bump, you know. I did a bump, and oh, yeah, I love that. It's like, I like upper. Oh, man, I love it. And then I could sit in this room all day high on speed and just love it by myself. You'd be like, you're a sick. And I just turned into smoking it again and everything.
Okay, so now you're getting high again, but you actually broke the rules of the Peckerwoods by doing that?
No, not at all. You get high as well.
Okay, but you were, I guess, DP'd for that?
No,
for something?
I got DP'd for beating my bunkies in the black area. We went into the area of the blacks when I whooped his ass. So literally, I dropped a big sack in that building, like a 7 grams of speed or something, which is a lot of money. I'm like, who got my, I'm walking around like, my eyes are just, where's my fat? And you can't do that. I'm basically softly accusing everybody of stealing from me, And so, but I get away with it because everybody likes me. They all like me. And then my bunkie doesn't like me because so he goes and tells the guy who's got the yard, Dutch, and hey, Dutch, Wes is over there front on everyone like they took his bag, dropped his sack, and he goes and tells on me to Dutch. And he's like, okay, good job, Tony, cool, we got you. And then Dutch calls me over. He said, why the fuck are you over here snitching on you? He thought he was doing something by ratting on me to our people, but he ratted. No matter what, he ratted. Even if I'm wrong, he ratted. So that just showed his color. So Dutch let me go up. So I go beat the shit out of him all over the day room. And since I went into the blacks area and it was disrespectful, so I got DP'd for that.
Okay.
But this whole thing like these people don't get, like the guy thought he was doing some real by ratting on me, He was ratting, and then you're still telling, Even if you told on a cop, you're still telling. Like, you just don't go telling on people in prison ever for no reason. You didn't see it.
Okay, but that DP that came from your own people, that was sort of a turning point in your life?
Yeah, I got my. I was like, I'm gonna whoop both their asses because I whooped both their asses like in the weeks before. Like 2 weeks before that, the one kid caused a problem. I'm up in the day room. Like just his face up, I sticking my fingers in his eyes and slapping him. He's a big kid, but I beat his in front of everyone, like degrade him a bit. But because he was fronting on everybody about the stupid TV show on the he's like, want to watch Breaking Bad or something. He missed it or something. And then he tried to swing on me and it turned into some. So I beat his, and then I beat my bunkies, and then they both got to DP me because the guy who had the keys right there at the block that time, he didn't like me. So he's like, I'm gonna have these fools come up. He didn't like me because I got more, I just shined harder than him. I got more people liked me,
Okay, so after you got DP'd, then you started actually changing your life.
And I just said this, I don't ever want to feel this way again.
Yeah.
I started reading.
I mean, how bad did you get beat up? You ended up in the hospital?
Just black eyes and deviated septum. I broke my nose, but I mean, it's something you walk off, it just takes like 2 weeks of everyone looking at you like, oh, I thought you were the man. You're, like in prison, if you lose, no matter what, people are just like you're just on an island by yourself. Like,
okay. And at that point, you started reading books, you started writing, and you started actually turning in, a new page in your life.
Yeah, I wanted to turn myself into a better person. So it was very easy for me because I just had to do everything the opposite of what I did my whole life. I did not use drugs. I had to be way disciplined in the areas I wasn't. And I had to choose to noticeably be a more positive person about everything that I was being negative about.
Right. Some of the books you read were 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I read that. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. The Art of Living. 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class. Did you read 48 Laws of Power?
No, you can't read that in prison. It's like
it's illegal in prison?
It's contraband.
Really?
Yeah.
48 Laws of Power?
Yeah.
Did you read it when you got out?
No.
Great book. Changed my life.
Yeah, I don't like subjected to manipulative tactics, really. It's smart to understand what's taking place, of course, but I just am so against a guy teaching people how to be manipulative. And it's like, but I know it's useful.
I mean, it's not really manipulation.
You would take it right, but imagine other people. Like you would read it for good, but other people, no.
One of the main things I learned from that particular book, which has helped me multiple times throughout my life, was once you win, you stop. Once you beat somebody at something, you don't keep going. You don't rub their face in it. You don't spike the ball, because you could turn that win into a loss by humiliating the person.
I probably did a lot of that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably something I could have learned from. But the whole point is with me, it's like the only way men learn is by shame and guilt. Men won't learn any other way. They just won't. You have to guilt them.
Some truth in that, yeah.
They have to be embarrassed.
Yeah. So you had phones in prison this whole time, right? You actually started an Instagram page while you were locked up. Now, did that create problems? Because now you have a public page and you're posting from prison.
I loved it. I mean, the whole point is the cops would be like, I'm going to catch you. You know, I'm going to catch you. You take your Instagram down. I said, what Instagram? They're like, you were posting right here the other day. I said, no, I wasn't, bro. What are you talking about? What, do you follow me? Do you follow me or something? The guy's like, dude, just take it down. You're not going home. I said, I am home. What makes you think I believe there's a home out there? Maybe because you go home. I ain't never going home. And he's like, I'm going to give you extra time for this. I said, good. I said, you ain't never going to catch me. He's like, we're going to catch you on your phone. I said, how could you ever do that? And they're just like, what? I'm going to catch you on. I said, I don't understand how you ever believe that that'll happen. And they're just, I'm a fall guy. I'm not stupid. You sit by me when I use my phone. You sit there when I use my phone, and when I'm done, you take it away. If the cops come in, you run off with it. And if you don't want to sit there, I'll clear up, you know? Like you're sitting there. You're sitting there while I use my phone, and when they come in, you're running off with it, you know? And it's not that I'll clear up. You already owe me money. Like, you already owe me money, dude. So you're going to pay it off this way. And it's just me being nice. Because I tell our people that you owe money to Eddie Boy from Florencia for those papers, you're done, dude. So shut the up and sit down, you know? So it's just politics, you know?
Okay, so in 2018, you get out. You're 35 years old.
Yeah.
So you're 35, you have no money, you go live with your grandmother. What was your life like at that point?
It was wonderful.
Yeah?
I was proud of myself.
Okay.
Like I wasn't proud that they would sweat me to get like a normal job because I didn't understand what that was, but like I was just proud of myself. I was like, dude, I don't use drugs, I don't drink, I'm not even going out looking for women. I get up every day to work on myself. I was really proud of myself for the first time in my life. And that's all I did was showcase on my Instagram that, hey, I'm just happy with who I am now. And that's what people bought from me. Because people were like, do I have to show luxury cars and all this to make money as a coach online? I'm like, no, bro. I had a bigger following when I just showed I was proud of myself.
Right. And you started Watson Fit at that point. So that was a personal training kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And were you meeting with people privately, or was it more of an online thing?
It was just an app. So I would just make your training nutrition on an app. And I hadn't really branched out to the Zoom calls or the masterminds or anything bigger like that. It was just very simple. Like $250 a month is what I charged. And I was just not very hip to what it was. I didn't care. I was like, dude, I'm making like $3,000 a month or like $800 a month. And then I started YouTube. I went on a YouTube interview and I blew up and I started making a lot of money.
Right. And you started your YouTube channel like a year after you got out?
Yeah.
Okay. And that started to take off. And pretty soon you started making about $150,000 a month.
That was probably about first month. First month I went from $3,000 a month max to about $150,000 in a month.
Okay. I mean, that could be done on YouTube. I mean, as a YouTuber.
Dude, that's pocket change now. Like I make 30 grand a day, no problem selling you my DM, you know? People just don't have the ability to understand like what their value is, you know?
Right. You're making so much money that you actually paid off your grandmother's credit card.
Yeah, basically, like it was about 4 months of me making money. I had about, I had to pay one big debt, and then I had like 400,000, say 470 or something, and like I hadn't even bought a car yet. Like I was just, no one knew I had money. No one knew I was making that much. But every day I was just selling on my phone, selling, boom, 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 killing it. Yeah, my grandma was like, she was just like, why just complaining about her credit card? And I'm like, it was time for me to go because I couldn't hear that no more. So I was like, Grandma, how much is your credit card? She's like, it was like 11 or something. She gave it to me. Dialed it. God, what's up? Yeah. And I want to pay this account off. Okay, yeah. How much is it? I just gave my number. They paid her account off. I handed it to her. I said, that's clean. You're good. I said, I got to go, though. I've been making about $150,000 a month. She's all, what? Like, they just want them. They just wanted answers. Are you kidding me?
I mean, when you got out, were you fully free or were you still on probation?
Oh, I'm on parole.
On parole. Right. So weren't you required at that point to get a 9-to-5 job?
No.
No? I mean, because different systems are,
No, I just, in all reality, I was in high control. Like, my movement was restricted. Like, they treat me like a murderer, you know? I mean, I had, like, real bad charges. You can't really do certain. They're like, nah, dude, just sit on your hands, fool. I'm gonna watch you closely. You're liable, you know?
Well, you said that within 18 months of getting out, you became a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 4 months. I started my YouTube channel about 12 months out. And about 4, a couple months into that. Yeah, once I started my YouTube channel, I was already blowing up. Because I blew up after the interview. So then my YouTube channel started right after that. I got 100,000 subs in 28 days. Got the plaque. And then I ran up to like 400,000 subs real quick. And then I started making money. That was 4 months later, about 16 months.
Okay. Then you put out your first book, Non-Negotiable, 10 Years Incarcerated, Creating the Unbreakable Mindset.
It's good, yeah.
What was the overall theme of this book?
Overall theme was discipline equals success. You're not going to have any success in life without discipline. And this was the main, focal point.
So, I mean, in terms of the money that you're bringing in, I mean, obviously there's the YouTube ad revenue, right?
That's nothing. I don't make money off YouTube.
Okay. So where's most of the money made?
Programs.
Explain.
When I sell a program from $299, $299 for 1 month, $750 for 3, $1299 for 6, $2,000 for a year. That's a normal mid-level program of training, nutrition, and mindset, where you get on a Zoom call with me and the whole group once a week, and I make your training and nutrition program. I've changed people's lives so drastically with that program, it'll blow your mind. So for $750 or $1299, I'll do more for them than anyone has ever done for anyone in their life. And then I have the higher level programs later. But at that point, just even selling $500, $750 programs a day, or 6 or 7 in 1 year program off of the hundreds of leads I get, it's very easy to make, $8,000 a day, $7,000 a day.
Okay. But this is outside of YouTube then?
Yeah.
So this is like a website or an app? Or?
No, it's just for me selling it to my app.
Okay. So you have your own app and people sign on to your app. So it's basically you directly to the consumer.
Yeah, YouTube don't make any money.
YouTube makes money.
Well, what is it like? You can make $100,000 a month. What's that? That's like pocket change.
Okay.
That's like bar money. That's like strip club money.
Okay. And by this time, how many members were you piling on at this point?
I mean, at the last count, I had 18,000 members on a $47 a month program, or 19,000 members monthly on a $47 program. And I would have on my mid-level program, anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 people paying from $299 to $2,000. So $299 a month, which should be $2,400 a year, or $2,004 a year, which is just basically that much on all those people. So their ranges vary. Some people stay on for a year, some people buy 1 month. So you can't really determine the amount each person's doing. And then I have an elite program where I sell basically 30,000 a day from the elite program, because I only sell that. The other, I just links, buy, email, buy, email, link, and it's real quick. But when I directly sell in the DM, it's about elite programs, and I do about 30K a day in those.
Okay, so what exactly is the elite program?
You can come train with me in person. Come train with me. You can make content with me to blow up your Instagram. I'll teach you how to blow up your Instagram. I tell you everything to post, everything to do, the apps I used, the way I sell, how I do everything to make yourself what I made.
Okay. And that's the elite program. So how many elite members do you have currently?
Right now, currently, the one that you could come to, probably 15. But then I have a business coaching program, which has 800 to 1,000 members. That's half the price of the elite. The elite's $6K, $40K for the year. The business is $3K, $20K for the year. The mid-level is $299 a month, $2K for the year. And the lowest level is $47 a month.
Okay, so
and then you can buy the 47 as a lifetime member for $500.
Okay, so $47 a month. How many members do you currently have?
That's 19,000 people.
Let's do the math. So that's 900,000 a month.
Typically not, because some of them buy the year-long one for 500. So they give me 500 in one chunk. Yeah. And so they'll never pay again. But recurring, it's like 670. Basically what I get a month over the last few years. It'd be between 650 to 850, and it goes back and forth. But it's never typically the highest number, but it's usually more towards the middle, between both. Because some people buy the full year lifetime member for 500, and then some people get hit for the 47 for 3-4 years.
Okay. Like once the money started coming in, what were you buying?
Everything I wanted. Richard Mille watches, dope ass places, private jets. I spend $2 million a year on private jets, you know.
$2 million on private jets.
Yeah, you need to. When you make 20 million, you have to get rid of how much? 8? You have to get rid of 40%. And when you don't have a team, you do it all yourself. I have a very small team of people. So what does the expenses go to? It has to go to the content. So expenses go towards the houses I live in. You can't own them and write them off. You have to rent them and use them as an event space. You'll be like, why you rent the house? I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know, stupid. You know, it's used that way for a reason, you know. But, you know, private jet, rental places, all that, cars are paid for cash and they shouldn't be. I should not pay for them cash. I didn't buy the Bugatti cash or the new Revelto cash because it seemed dumb now. Because now it's like I can write off most of the car without fully buying it cash. Why did I buy them cash in the beginning? Let's go to that. Because I didn't have that good a credit to get them. I couldn't get a Phantom on credit. Like, and it would have been smarter. I could write the whole Phantom off. 900,000, 650,000, whatever it is. I could write the whole thing off as a business expense. Here's the thing though. People are like, why do you pay a payment on a Bugatti? Do you understand how like legit you have to be on paper to get financed for a Bugatti? You have to be God on paper. Like you have to literally make so much money that they are not even tripping that you could pay $65,000 a month. Trust me, it is way more legit to be able to finance a Bugatti than buy it for $5 million.
Is that your most extravagant purchase? The Bugatti?
Yeah, that is. But I mean, my most extravagant purchase is all my bitches with their fake tits and asses that cost me so much money. And they're just horrible people that just have no soul. And they act like they're clean. They're good as online, but behind closed doors, they're the worst person. But they know I don't rat. So they go online ratting about me all day, saying it's about me. But in all reality, if we knew who they really were, everyone would be like, God, Wes, you're a saint. You really treated them that good and did that much for them? And that's who they really were? Holy... Well, that's a different interview. No.
Well, in 2024, a situation happened at Elevation Fitness.
Oh, yeah, we can't go. This is after the trial.
Okay.
Which so this is like next week.
It's an open case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my lawyer would, anything I said about that, just get rid of. He will just sock it on me. I'll be like, I told him he could punch me in the face if I say anything about it. And he would, too. He's a badass.
Fair enough. So we're not going to go into the details of it. How much time are you facing?
25 years.
25 years. What exactly are you being charged with?
I don't know. I can't really talk about any of it.
Okay.
Can't even talk about the time or any of it.
Got it.
Because it's all like, anything get to sway it, he'll be so mad and he'll blame me. He'll be like, you swayed it with this? Like, yeah, I just can't say anything. Well, I wish I could because I got lots to say.
No, I got you. I mean, because you're 41 years old right now.
Yeah.
You did 9 years.
Yep.
How do you feel about potentially facing 25 years?
I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care.
I'm sure you give somewhat of a no given.
I'm a legend. I'm a motherfucking legend. Like, literally, we're going to have to witness who the I am. Everyone's going to have to remember what the I did even more if I'm gone. You know, it's like, dude, nobody did this. Like, dude, it's a movie to me. I don't give a fuck. What am I missing out here? I'll make some money. Like, I'll go hang out. Like, do another interview. I don't give a fuck about anything. Like, it was cool. The only thing that was cool was my little baby girl with my ex. And that is, I already lost that. So what do I got to win? What do I got to do?
Well, I mean, you still have with the little girl.
No.
What happened?
The chick broke up with me and took the baby.
Yeah, but that's still your daughter. You can still see her,
It's
right?
not my daughter. She's not my blood.
Oh.
Yeah, she's my stepdaughter. But she's the coolest.
Okay.
She's the best.
So you have no biological kids? You're just the king of pulling out, or?
I literally just don't come in chicks because I'm like, I don't think I'm ready to have a kid with this chick. You know,
Okay.
I've said before that I can't. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think it's like,
Yeah.
I don't physically like want to commit to that.
You could always get a vasectomy.
And I
one.
would want kids, but I want it to happen like accident. I don't know. I don't want to plan it.
Here's what you do. This is what I did. After I had my kids, I got a vasectomy, but I froze my sperm.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So now, at this point in my life,
I'm just so unpredictable. Like I don't want to put kids through that. Like now. But when I was committed to my ex chick, like I was fully ready. I would have a kid with her. But it's just anyone else. I just like.
The thing is, though, is that once you have a vasectomy, you can completely control who you have children with. You could never pull out. You'll never get anyone pregnant. But when it's time to have a kid, she could get her eggs extracted, and then you could do in vitro. And not only can you have a kid, but you could also decide what gender, if you want to get twins or whatever else. So it's fully, for the first time, really in human society, the man decides.
I can tell you something, bro. Like the real about my stepdaughter and my ex and everything, I'll tell you, and we could maybe do something else about it, but it is the biggest thing in the world, dude. Bigger than anything.
Okay.
It's crazy. It involves two of the highest people in hip hop and everything.
Okay.
The king and queen. You know?
Jay-Z and Beyonce?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, before we get off the topic, have you been offered a plea deal in your case?
Oh, not really.
No. Okay.
It was 5 years.
All right, so you're going to trial.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Well, I hope it works out for you.
I just can't really say anything.
No, I got you. I mean, we really haven't said anything.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. What am I going to do? Cry about it? Like, if someone came up and put their hands on me today, I'd do the same thing. So I'm not going to regret it one bit.
Well, you had situations with cops over the years, and some of them actually wound up on video.
Well, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, whatever. I don't know which one's over. The getting pulled over one?
I mean, there's a few videos on here. There's a video of you getting pulled over in what looks like a white Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I bought that car cash.
So there's a video.
I literally bought the car cash, and they didn't have a
G-Wagon. There's another video.
What's the G-Wagon one?
Is it a G-Wagon?
Lifted G-Wagon?
It's a gray. This video right here.
Oh, no, that's my lifted one. Yeah, he said I didn't have my license. Because I would never put plates on my cars. No one does.
Okay.
You don't put plates on your cars and where you get tickets and that. They can't ticket. If you cover up the VIN number with like a valet ticket, and you don't have plates on your cars, you can park wherever. What the fuck are you going to do?
Well, you publicly said that MMA and ring fighters are squares who train for sport and would hold up in the streets.
100%
against really violent people.
Yeah, it's just so always like they're a fighter and they're like, come fight me. I'm like, bro, why? I'm not. So you just want me to break it down? I'm not a fighter, bro. And if you do what you better run, you know? Like, don't whoop my ass is what I tell them. The whole thing is good, you guys got that skill. Quit telling normal people who don't have that skill to come meet you in your skills, your area. Like, you know? Like, if you want to see a problem, then armbar me or BJJ me or whatever that is. Like, if you want a problem, then do that to a really violent guy. He will not be able to handle it. And I don't like how I said something, oh, their family or something. I didn't mean that. Like, it just comes out sometimes. But anyone's family is always off limits. But if I will not take it well, and I will kill this. I don't give a I'm not gonna take it. If I told him to leave me the f alone, and the guy wants to just fight me or something, like, so it's just the whole thing. Like, you don't need to go fight people who want to be left alone, because it will be a problem. And like, dude, what if someone just whooped your ass and they're a fighter, and you're just gonna take it? No, I'm gonna come shoot you or stab you, or I'm gonna take your, like.
Well, UFC welterweight Kevin Holland, well, I guess he challenged you to actually fight.
What the fuck I fight that idiot for? What is he, 170-pound dude?
Well, he's a welterweight.
Yeah, but the whole thing is like.
Well, I mean, why not fight him though?
Because I'm not a fighter. That's like saying, hey, why don't you challenge me to speaking on camera? You're not good at speaking on camera, Wes. Yeah. It's like, he'd be like, Wes, I don't speak on camera. And I would sound like a dumbass, right? It's like, dude, I'm not going to fight you. If you want me to take your life, I will. Dude, shut the fuck up and leave me alone. Like, there's people who don't want you to, like, challenge them, bro, and they don't take it well. And the toughest guys didn't get karate class paid for by their auntie. Like, I don't give a dude. Like, they're all nerds who, like, literally had, like, they were, like, spoiled enough to even go learn this. People I know are going to deal with it. Broad generalizations are the epitome of ignorance. Once again. But when I'm saying they all, I don't mean that. I mean, they all the ones that come at me this way, okay? When someone comes at me a certain way, that's what I'm saying they all are, the hater ones. The normal ones, they're just doing their thing. I'm proud they have a skill set. I'm proud they'll kill it at fighting. But just don't fight people who don't want to fight you. And don't try to humiliate people who don't feel like they need to take your humiliation. Because they'll be crying one day when someone's sitting out front of their house.
Well, other UFC people commented on your comments. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu star Gordon Ryan, considered one of the greatest grapplers of all time.
These people are.
Said, imagine living this delusion. The people you're talking about can make sweet love to you, and you couldn't do a thing about it.
That's so broke, I bet. And why does he want to make sweet love to me?
That's a crazy statement. He said, also, you want to see really violent people, people you know who are good at high-end violence, make friends with vets, not I see red bro cons.
You guys don't know anything. Like, these are the squarest people. Like, he talked about army vets and sweet love to a guy. Like, you can tell they're square by their answers, bro. Come on, I grew up in San Diego by the border, bro. I did time with all Mexican mafia essays and Southsiders, bro. Shut up, dude. Like, you don't know anything. You don't know what you're talking about. They're like, oh, are you glorifying prison now? I thought we were talking about violence, homie. Where do you think they're at? Stupid, you know? Like, in all reality, like, if an MMA guy went to prison and he was like, I'm going to MMA people, it'd be the biggest problem of his life. It's just not going to happen.
Because there's weapons involved.
I'm not going to fight you fair. I don't even care who it is. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to fight you. You can go on your way. You go make sweet love to another guy, like not me. And the whole point is like, I don't care about you. The thing is, I'm saying, like, just don't go around telling people you'll fight them if they don't want to fight. There's some people who won't put up with it.
Well, finally, Dean Lister, former UFC guy and a jiu-jitsu coach, he actually talked about you also. He said, anyone heard of this guy? Dan would be so easy to beat him in less than a minute unless he had 4 friends or something. Such an embarrassment that he claims to be from San Diego.
I think he wrote me the other day, but watch, pull up my DMs. I guarantee he wrote me the other day apologizing. I watch, open it.
Huh.
They all do. I'm sorry. Maybe this guy can teach me how to make money with my dumb. Are these guys half brain dead? All of them are. None of them make any money. Who's the only one that makes money? Like Connor? Like, the only one that ever would make money wouldn't be saying anything. Like, none of them make any money. And they're like, is it all about money, Wes? I don't know. Is it all about grappling dudes and BJJing them? Dude, give up out there. The thing is like, I'm going to say a lot of, if you don't like it, get the out of here. You think I would, if someone said, hey man, all influencers online who do fitness stuff are lame, do you think I would write them and be like, hey Dean, that's up. I don't give off what you say. Like, the problem is they're proving that they give off what I say.
Well, you said in the last 15 years, you've taken no days off. You didn't miss a single workout. That's true?
Not recently. No, recently after I broke up with my ex-chick, God damn.
You took some days off?
I take a lot of days off.
A lot of days off?
No, I've always worked out.
Yeah.
But my schedule is, because my heart was broken, dude. I love her to death. I miss my little daughter. So how am I going to fix that? I need women to fix that. People are like, you need to fix yourself, Wes. No, I did that for 10 years. For 10 years, I did fix myself. And now I'm rich, and I live in Miami. And what I want is a relationship with a beautiful chick. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to find a chick. People are like, that doesn't look like right search. It doesn't look like it for you. I've already done everything you're trying to do, stupid. So when you've done everything like that you're trying to finish of your goals, you can tell me about it. But my only goal is to have a relationship with one beautiful woman, one. Not cheat on her, have a family, and be great to her. And that's my goal. So that's what I'm doing. You know, they're so judgmental because they're stuck in a relationship that they hate. Like, they're like sitting there with like 4 kids that they don't even like, and their chick's stupid and busted, and she's sitting there running and nagging their life away. And it's like, shut the fuck up. The second a chick nags me, I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, if a chick even gives me negativity now, I just make her leave right away. So one day yesterday, he goes, well, why did you have her sleeping in our bed? I'm like, it's just 3 people sleeping in a bed. No one's like, I'm not either of you guys. She's like, but we're like together and like, she doesn't need to be in our bed. What the fuck was that? I said, you can shut the fuck up or you can go, dude. But I'm going to do whatever I want. And there's nothing wrong with what I did. The girl stayed over at her house. She was a good person. I mean, she had a fat, she was pretty, so she was probably mad about that. Just be honest. Say, it's okay if you had an ugly chick in your bed in our bed with us, but a hot one, I don't want that. In all reality, she's loaded. People are just jealous and it's a problem. But yeah, I don't hear it from a chick for 1 second anymore. Women are the prize, okay? To me, they are. Women are the prize. Sure. It's the reason I do everything. But I'm not gonna let them be under the assumption that I'm gonna be less of a man in any form or fashion when they try to like emasculate me and like talk to me. Look at, chick, you don't get in my face, you don't buck up, you don't call me out of my name. That will not happen, okay? I love you, I'll be good to you. This is not gonna happen, no matter what takes place. You have to keep it sweet and feminine. And if you don't like that, you just say, I don't like what's happening here, I'm not gonna talk, I'm gonna go. And you just have to remove yourself like a beautiful, sweet woman should. These chicks nowadays, they want to like, what you gonna do about it? Oh, dude. This is what we're doing. Women nowadays, they think they're tough. And it's like a woman should never get in a man's face. I've never hit a woman. But they all say you do because this is their only default is to talk about your character. Here's the thing, guys don't understand this. All my chicks that I break up with, they go online and talk. Why? Because they still want the attention of being with me. They still want it. And the thing is like, a guy who's a loser, they're like some dork that they didn't want no one to know they're with. They're not going to go online and be like, yeah, Timmy over there's like he is this and that. They're like this, Timmy, we're not together. stay over there. Don't make any noise about this. We weren't together. It's all good. But they just still want an attachment to me. It's what they want.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Some OG advice? About 10
I will
years
take
older?
it. I will take it.
Okay. I have never been with someone where I made that relationship public. Everyone who I get with, we have a conversation in the beginning, and I say, this is between you and me.
Oh, I hate that. I want to show everyone.
We are not posting on Instagram. We're not going to follow each other. We're not going to take selfies together. We're not doing TikTok videos. This is between you and me. And if you have a problem with that on day one, then we don't have to do this.
You're the man. You're the man. I wish I could do that, but I just love.
You could do that.
No, but I literally like want to see your chicks. I want to see people's lives. It's a reality show to me. So like the power of my social media is it is a reality show, and I want that.
Right,
so,
but not everything is meant for the public.
It's not. But I mean, the more I show, the better.
Okay, well, I'm just giving you my advice. I'm giving you my advice.
You're right.
You can take it or not take it, but I guarantee you'll have less problems if you take my advice.
You're right, 100%. I just, for some reason.
Right, because you don't know who I'm with, right?
No.
And that's the way I like it. I haven't been celibate in a very long time.
Yeah.
But you don't know who I'm with. And that's the way I like it.
Oh, no, that's way better. But I just am, you interview us. I'm the Zook animal in my page, so I just am showing I want you to watch me. So I need to have, it needs to be spicy. Like right now, I show this chick, she gets out of the car, said, kiss me, said, I love you. And she's so sweet. She's nice, like 24, like the craziest body, like nicest person. And everyone's like, how could you? I'm like, do what? And they're like, they just, like, I get so many messages from that more than anything. And so I just like it. I like the attention.
All right. It's got a downside, though.
It is a massive downside. You guys listen to Vlad. Don't listen to me. Listen to Vlad. Don't listen to me.
Right. And I also try to avoid women who are trying to become famous.
Oh, yeah. The ones I know don't want to be famous, so I make them get on camera.
Okay.
And then they,
all right, well, that's on you then.
Yeah, it's stupid. I'm proud of them, though. I just am so proud of beautiful women.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I love beautiful women, too, but I found there really could only be one famous person in a relationship.
Oh, you guys turn the cameras off. Vlad just, that was it. All you women, that was it. We're dating, show's cut. That was it. Take that with you. That was crazy. That's it. That you hit the nail on the head. And the thing is, they think they're more famous than you because they're hot, and dudes like put them on a pedestal, and then they come around me and they're like, I'm nobody over here. What the? So like, they're praising this guy for everything he does, and I get no. Yeah. So dude, hey, he hit it. There it was.
There you go. Well, you have an interesting routine. So you wake up at 2:45 every morning.
For 17 years, I did.
Yeah.
So about 4 months ago, when me and my ex broke up, my life and my habits and all was so hard to upkeep. I was in pain. I miss my little daughter every second. I just can't. She's the best. Like Angie was the best, but she was horrible for me. Like we just don't get along. She's not a supportive person in a relationship. She needs the support and needs the admiration, and like doesn't act like she needs it, but then won't let me won't even acknowledge when I give it to her. I get no affection. It's a cold relationship because she's real. Like she's not like way loving or anything, but she's just real. She's a good person, but just not for me. And then missing my little daughter just wrecks my life. Like I can't even look at my phone. I can't even scroll down. I won't even, people are like, why don't you post more speaking videos and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't want to scroll down anymore. Like if I see her little face, it kills me. So.
Well, I mean, up until that point, though, you did have a routine.
Oh, craziest routine, yeah.
Right. And I actually wake up around 3:30 myself.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like a time that you just have completely to yourself. And you said something interesting that you said most of your spiritual teachers said that you're most aligned with your purpose at 3:40 a.m.
3:40 a.m., yeah.
With it links with your circadian rhythm?
The circadian clock. And
circadian rhythm,
sorry. It's just the way the world works. Is like, I mean, at 3:40 a.m., you're most aligned with your purpose. And I mean, you could look up from a Sadhguru, you could look up from Joe Dispenza, everyone. You're up at 3:30, you're a creative person. Like the creative juices are flowing at that time. And if we're supposed to really wake up at that time, if we went to bed when the sun went down, I mean, we'd be up right before the sun comes up, preparing for the day. And you're preparing for the day mentally while the lights are out. And then you step into the world ready to do the physical action when the lights come on, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been doing this for years. I wake up before anyone else in my house. I get all my work done, when everyone else wakes up, and then whatever gets done. Sometimes I'll take a nap. to kind of recharge a little bit and then get through the rest of the day. But that time is special. It's like a really golden time of the day because you kind of have the whole world to yourself because everyone else is asleep. So, I mean, it's interesting reading because I'm like, okay, I do kind of the same thing.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that everything I wrote that was powerful was written at that time because count was at 4 o'clock. So I'd be on my rack at 3:40 with my journal out, and count is at 4 in prison. I'm on my rack writing after I did a little, spend some time with myself with getting my stretching or blood flow, and then read a little bit. But every significant quote I came up with and everything I came up with was at that time. But then I knew that I wasn't coming up with anything. I was just downloading, from creation, from God, the wisdom that I had to supply the world that day, And I mean, I could set everything up for people so easy to where they would be so successful. But then I've come to understand that God doesn't exist on this plane anymore. God only exists in heaven. He has no control over this earth. And this is someone else's territory. And people don't understand, how are you going to ask God for anything? He has no power down here. Zero. And so this is the biggest shift that people realize when they start to change their way of thinking, is that it's just not possible. Nobody who's at a high level subscribes to that. And they just don't. And then everyone, occult teachings, everything hidden is what will cause you to rise. And everything that literally is supplied leads to your demise. Like, they're only giving you some bullshit, bro. And it's what it is.
Well, you talked about God, and I'm relatively atheist, right? So, and a lot of people have gotten into it with me over this, but you said something interesting.
I would let you fully be you,
Yeah, exactly. And I respect everyone else's religion as well. You said everyone from Einstein to Franklin to Confucius, they all said the same thing in different words. That's when infinite intelligence, otherwise known as God, exposed itself to me. Once I saw that so many people since the beginning of time had been saying the same things, I realized the centralized intelligence, the universe, God, our creators, are speaking to us.
They can only speak to you, you can't speak to them.
Okay, explain that.
Well, there's a universal thought that washes over the world. So everyone will have the same universal message. People like Rudolf Steiner and other people, even to Aleister Crowley over time, they literally understood that there's a message that washes over the world, and there's a space in between where you're given a choice, and it's either you'd make a good or bad choice. I'd go as far as to say that high frequency is God and low frequency is the devil. And when you're in a low frequency, when you're in low frequency, it's grounds for demonic possession. And when you're in a high frequency state, you're enlightened. But are these states of being? Are they actual beings? That's to be deciphered. I mean, stuff I subscribe to and I believe in would say there's actual, deities. I mean, there's actual, and we're supposed to rise into being, your self-deification is the goal. But I mean, is that a state of being because of your energy, your frequency? Or is that a state of being because of you actually become a higher level being that's ordained by another being, I mean, so the whole thing is either exists for me. If science alone, high and low frequency, or God or religion alone, God or the devil, they both make sense to me. So I can only act the same way.
Well, you talked about calorie deficits. And this is something that I've always subscribed for, really since the pandemic, when I saw that people I knew were dying because they were overweight. That's when I really took my weight seriously. I started calorie counting, and that just transformed everything, right? I'm at 202 right now. I was probably about 227.
Oh, it's the biggest. Yeah.
About 25 pounds. Naturally, no Ozempic, just calorie counting, drinking water, and just avoiding binge eating and so forth, and working out as well. But the calorie counting is really more important than working out.
Matters. The proper macronutrients. I mean, people wonder why they have a certain build or this or that. It doesn't really matter. What your goal is. The caloric deficit is going to bring you closer to you.
Yes.
So once you control everything that goes in your mouth, this is where, I mean, how is no one going to understand that the key to self-mastery is through what you ingest?
Right.
If you're going to master self, you have to control intake. So controlling the intake is everything. So you'll achieve a level of mastery that goes along with your self-talk to where now Vlad's like, I ate everything perfect. I feel great. This is way better. Watch how quick my thinking is. And then you're like, like self-fulfilling these prophecies of you're so much smarter now, and you become it. You're becoming everything that you're speaking about yourself and like graduating into by simply controlling what you intake.
Right. You said people go into calorie deficit and complain about being hungry. Why is hunger negative? Tell yourself this is what fat loss feels like. This is what I want.
Beautiful.
When you're hungry, you're strengthening your discipline, you're mastering yourself, and you're not negotiating. This is what fat loss feels like. There are many positive ways to look at it, so train your brain to do that.
Shoot.
And you're absolutely right. You're hungry, but you know you're losing weight. Like I have like a digital scale that's tied to my phone, and I'll weigh myself throughout the day just to see what happens as I'm fasting, how my weight keeps going down through the course of the day.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's the biggest thing. Like when people fully understand, like the way they perceive things is how they are. Like you can see a bird flying and you can be like, oh, that's freedom. Or the bird could be flying, you can say that's lonely. He's by himself. I mean, just which way do you want to see it?
Yeah.
And so the whole point is like, why though do they have to, it's cognitive dissonance. They're like, I want to lose fat, but I know what fat loss feels like, but I don't want to feel like what
I still want to eat what I want to eat.
It's cognitive dissonance. They believe that they can still get their outcome while bending the rules, which they can't.
Yeah, no, listen, like I realized at one point, you can't have major differences in your life by making small adjustments, right? Like recently I took a physical and they told me I was at the bottom end of being pre-diabetic, right? I'm not diabetic, but at the very, very bottom end. I said, well, what can I do? He said, well, if you lose some weight, you'll get out of that range. I said, okay. So I have, now I'm actually scared of being diabetic because I have people I know that died, like Irv Gotti died from being diabetic. So I said, okay, I drink juice all day long. I got this juicer I love and so forth, but these are just calories on top of calories on top of calories. So I cut out all the juice. I stopped drinking soda and I went straight water. That was a big difference. And I saw a big change by doing that.
Oh, it's huge.
You see what I'm saying?
People don't realize how much empty calories are in fruit.
Oh my God.
Fruit is just a survival food. It's not like people are eating it for pleasure.
Yeah.
Like fruit stores only as body fat. Fruit cannot store as anything else. It can't store as muscle glycogen where you're actually burning it to build muscle. It purely stores as body fat.
Right, but you think you're being healthy by drinking fresh apple juice or fresh orange juice.
Well,
but you're really just adding a bunch of calories and carbs.
Let's take it back to like caveman times. Like when did they stumble across a smoothie? Like you got like one piece of fruit and the thing was sour. Like the fruit nowadays is genetically modified to be like the sweetest, most amazing banana ever. Go get a banana in the wild. You won't even like bananas. This ain't gonna taste good.
Right.
It's gonna taste like, it's gonna be like, it literally like, you're gonna come across what? Like, I mean, how much fruit you're gonna, it's just, people don't look at it realistically.
Yeah.
So then they eat this large amount of fruit. I'm like, when do you think a caveman or someone back in the day was able to eat that whole plate, that smorgasbord of fruit salad you got there? Shut the up, dude.
I mean, for people who are watching this, who are struggling with their weight, what do you think is the biggest thing they could do to change their lives?
Accountable to a partner. Like you have to have an accountability partner. Like someone who you're telling me right now, like I look at my scale, I do this, I do that. Like,
no, it's accountability. I know that when I weigh myself, it gets permanently logged in my phone and I can't change it.
Yeah, but just even telling people about it, you're making them part of your accountability.
Correct.
So you're making me part of your accountability the rest of the day. You'll remember, oh, I told Wes today. You'll tell a lot of people throughout the day that you're doing this thing, and it'll keep you accountable to those people because you respect people.
Okay.
You're someone who, I know you're someone who respects people.
Correct.
Some people don't. So like they can just hold their word to anybody. But the main point is like, you just have to be accountable to someone other than yourself. It's just, there's no other way. So what did I do? I'm going to post everything I do online. When I get up, what I do, all this, I'm being accountable to the world. I'm holding myself accountable to everybody. And that was the biggest thing. Like well, who you hold yourself accountable to, Wes? I'm like, all of you guys. I respect you all.
True. Right, because if you churn fat, you're going to have to hear it from everybody.
I'm bringing you into it. I'm holding myself to it. If I'm speaking it out into the world and holding myself to the outcome and a lot of these guys don't. They'll be like an entrepreneur, like a fat entrepreneur, dude. They're like, I'm on my weight loss journey. I'm like, you are again. Like last time you're just a smaller version of your fat self. Like they just like, and then everyone cheers. They're like, yay, he lost like 16 pounds. I'm like, he looks the same. Like actually get ripped, bro. What the,
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've interviewed people like Dave Bluntz that are like 600 pounds. And, I mean, the reality is name me an obese 70-year-old. One.
There's not one.
Name me one. Anyone famous.
They're dead.
These guys check out at like in their 40s, 50s, sometimes even their 30s.
Even people get off drugs and they get fat. I'm like, you look better on drugs.
Crackheads live forever, man. You ever see that crackhead couple
Dude,
that like they've been together for 30 years and they're on crack every day, but they'll outlive both of us.
In all reality, 100%, like the less food you eat, the longer you live.
100%.
100%.
100%. And I mean, unfortunately, we're in a country where food is just everywhere. It's being thrown at you. You see fat homeless people in America.
Oh my God, it makes no sense.
Fat homeless people in America.
I don't even understand.
Go to another country. Go to India. Find some fat homeless people.
They're on the ground dead.
Right. Well, Wes Watson, man, I appreciate you coming in.
I mean, we got to do another one. We got so much to go over in this.
Yeah.
I don't know when I could drop this next topic about some. Oh my! It is some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you about it after this.
Okay.
It's gonna blow your mind.
Okay. Well, man, congratulations on your success, man, because lots of people want to become fitness influencers, personal trainers, YouTube stars, whatever else. Everyone has a story. A lot of people have been to prison. People have had hard lives and so forth. But to actually get over that hump and create a business like yours, to have a real social media following, to have a real YouTube following. But really, to me, the most impressive thing was really to create a one-on-one business client relationship where you're not worried about the YouTube money, you're not worried about sponsorships or IG or whatever else, or likes or followers. You actually have people that are paying you every single month. Like, you know, for us, maybe about 3 years ago, I started a Vlad TV YouTube membership on YouTube, where for $5, you can get the full interview on the first day instead of waiting for the month or so that it comes out. And we have thousands and thousands of members right now.
Dope.
And, you start to learn, like, okay, YouTube advertising will go up and down during the course of the year. Your members, if you don't have a hot video, your views might go up and down. But when you have a fan base of people that are paying a certain amount of money every month because they really sign up to what it is that you're really doing, like the super fans, that will actually be consistent money. Yeah, the membership does shift a little bit here and there based on certain interviews. Oh, yeah, okay, people want to see Tekashi interviews, so there's more members, or people want to see a Wes Watson interview, so all your fans come in. But they'll usually, a month later, they'll just unsubscribe. But not all of them will unsubscribe. Some of them will stay as members for years.
Model, the high tickets for beginners, low tickets for the pros.
Yes.
So if you want to be a pro in business, low ticket.
Yep.
And massive amounts of members.
Yeah, no, I mean, we started a Vlad TV YouTube Masterclass where it's $100. And we've had a good number of, members, not a huge amount, but it kind of made me look like, okay, like here's the different tiers and this is how to kind of go towards the different tiers and so forth. And you've really done it way better than me in terms of
basically like two people have mastered the low ticket model, and it's like me and Andrew Tate. That's it.
Andrew Tate.
They're the only two people who've done the low ticket model and made money. Yeah. Everyone else can't really do it because the reason because lots do, few are. When you're just you, that's all anyone ever wants to be.
Yeah.
They just want to be them. They're looking at you like, I just want to be like that, but I want to be me,
Yeah.
And they don't know how to find themselves. And, I'm really emotional about all of it because I care about people. Yeah. And the thing is like a lot of people plague me as something else. I don't care at this point. But the whole point is behind everything is that authenticity is everything. I mean,
100%.
So, yeah.
No, 100%. And, and as I do my YouTube masterclass, I've had one-on-one sessions and so forth, and people ask, well, what's the trick? What's this? What's that? And it's like, look, when you look at everyone who's big on social media, they're being who they really are.
You're Rick Rubin, what'd he say? He's like, they're making movies now for other people. There's no cinematographer making a piece that he loves. Like Vlad has passion at this, so it's what he loves. Like, you have to make what you love. The content is for you.
Right.
And you love it, then they'll love it. Like, you have to put your soul into it.
100%.
It's like people are making stuff that they think other people like. Everyone online's like, so what goes viral?
Yeah.
Oh, you missed the whole point.
You will go viral if you really are who you are.
If you are.
And you put that out in the world and people relate to that. I mean, Vlad is really Vlad. When you see me off camera or on camera, I'm the exact same person.
I was in a store the other day. The guy's like, "Man, you're the same, bro."
That's right.
I was like this chick in Balenciaga. I'm like flying through the store, blah, blah, blah. Get the bike. We got to go. It was cool.
Well, Wes Watson, man, congratulations on your success. Good luck on your upcoming trial. Hopefully, after you beat it, we can have a follow-up interview
Oh,
where we
we'll
talk
do it,
about
we'll do
it.
When these go off, I want to tell you something.
All right. That's what it is, man. Until next time. Peace.